Hi, this is George Alger. Welcome to today's segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be talking about volunteering as a leader for a local nonprofit. And joining us is Dena Jenson, who is a director for the Cal Lutheran Center for Nonprofit Leadership. Welcome, Dena. And that's a mouthful for me, but what does that actually mean? What is the Center for Nonprofit Leadership at Cal Lutheran?
Sure, George, thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure to be here and share a little bit about this community asset. So the Center for Nonprofit Leadership is been around since 1991. We were founded at the Ventura County Community Foundation, and we joined the family at Cal Lutheran in 2016. We're what's called a management support organization. And what we do is we help nonprofit leaders do their good work even better. We were founded quite literally by a stack of books by the then CEO of ECCF, some of which are right behind me. We do workshops, seminars, learning opportunities, networking opportunities, a lot of capacity building. We create safe space for nonprofit leaders, board members, staff members, executive staff, and volunteers to learn the craft of nonprofit leadership and management. So it's been truly a lifelong blessing to serve in this role. But it's a really special place where nonprofits really trust the Center for Nonprofit Leadership to be a neutral convener, a place where you can both celebrate successes, but also bring your greatest challenges.
Very good. Now, how do you accomplish that?
So we do that primarily through a portfolio of program activities. Like I said, we provide a lot of workshops and networking opportunities, a little over 100 every single year. We serve about 450 plus unduplicated organizations each year. These organizations come primarily from Ventura County, Santa Barbara County, and even just this year, we started doing some work up in San Luis Obispo. So we truly are a Central Coast asset, but we don't check residents at the door. We see a lot of our colleagues in Los Angeles who are either live in Los Angeles or practice in Los Angeles find their way to us. We keep our ear tuned in to the needs of a nonprofit sector. So we are both a player and a coach in this landscape. So we ourselves have to do a lot of fundraising. We have an engaged board of directors ourselves, an advisory board. We rely very heavily on volunteers to animate our work. So we know what it takes to run a healthy nonprofit business. And we help the people who are entrusted with that really critical community role be able to achieve their missions and achieve the outcomes of their organization's purpose.
Good. Now, Dena, speak to a viewer who may be interested in volunteering for a nonprofit, but may never have thought about being a leader or on a board.
Sure. Well, board leadership is probably one of the toughest jobs you'll ever love. It is the sort of the heart of the enterprise when I think about a nonprofit organization. These are the individuals, civic leaders, community gatekeepers, people who bring very specific talents and representation, lived experience, and they are our government and our society's stewards of nonprofit organizations. They have a big job to do. And it's important that we have a depth of and diverse pool of individuals who care deeply about community service and the health of these kinds of organizations. It's not uncommon for civic leaders to say, well, what do I have to contribute? Oh, you have so many things to contribute. You have the communication style that you bring to the table, the curiosity and culture of inquiry, your ability to read financial statements, your ability to drive to consensus, to think strategically, to partner with staff, to really solve some of society's greatest issues and priorities.
Very good. Now, can you speak to any requirements that might include like educational experience or past business experience?
Sure. Well, it's all Yes, and it's all and above. And that's why we designed a program that we're really proud of in 2019, which we piloted originally with Amgen, a major employer here in Ventura County, as we know, who really wanted to deploy the talent of their workforce. So back in 2019, we created this curriculum that would prepare civic leaders, corporate leaders, community members when they say yes to board service, that they know what they're saying yes to, all the legal responsibilities, the fiduciary responsibilities, how they show up and they actively participate in the boardroom. It's a 4-week program that we've implemented now about 12 times. We actually have a cohort underway right now. We've trained almost 175 individuals since 2019. And I'm really proud to say 50% of the people who we've trained with that curriculum have gone on to be seated onto boards of directors.
Very good. We're almost out of time, but I'm wondering if you could sneak in maybe a word about donations, as you alluded to earlier, and volunteers as a follow-up to what you mentioned earlier.
Well, I mentioned that we're both a player and a coach, so we understand what it means to have a broad base of financial and volunteer support. And we're in a constant state of building that base ourselves. So we rely very heavily on individual donations, foundation support, corporate partners, as well as program registration fees. We also have a growing membership program, which enables organizations that come for training to make a one-time investment in their staff, volunteer, and board leadership by paying one subscription price and then accessing our program portfolio at no additional charge. On the volunteer front, we simply could not do it without our volunteers. We rely on 75 subject matter experts who are geniuses in their craft. We have 15 members of an advisory board who have their hand, on the steering wheel, helping us think through strategic questions. And then we have this really beautiful group of committee members who help us do things like program development, fundraising, outreach, and marketing. So we really have a true blessing in terms of our own volunteer corps.
Good. So we're just about to wrap up. I wonder if you could sneak in the website so viewers can get some more information. And do you have a summating message for the viewers?
Absolutely. Well, the website is www.callutheran.edu/CNL. There you'll see a full description of all of our program offerings, some of our success stories, some of our testimonials, and the best way to reach us. Because my call to action, my invitation is if you're interested in nonprofit service of any kind, we hope that you'll see the Center for Nonprofit Leadership as a partner and a resource, and that you'll give us a call.
Well said. Thank you so much, Dena. We're going to wrap up now.
Thank you for the opportunity, George.
You are welcome. This is George Alger signing off for this segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.